Hi guys, just gonna do something different here today while I'm painting. I just was scrolling through my subscriptions feed on YouTube and I seen Martin's is it an update? He has a bit of everything video. Yeah, so I was listening away to that and I heard about his 500 subscribers competition. So he wants us to video or talk about our area. So some of the lads in the wargaming community that I talk to have come to the conclusion that Ireland is a floating potato farm, and like, we don't have land, we just walk on potato stalks, and like, our roads are made of potato fields, and that's how they see where I live. So I just wanted to, explain that Ireland is more than just a potato farm. We do farm potatoes because, that's our thing. We live on potatoes. But some of our roads actually do have tarmac. They might have grass down the middle of them, but they're not potato fields. Originally, I'm from Dublin, which is the capital of Ireland. So I don't live there anymore, unfortunately, because I live in the country, where there is a severe lack of wargaming shops, wargaming society, and public transport. What else really can you say? The closest wargaming shop is 2.5 hours drive away. That's on the main roads. That's not including like the back roads you have to do before you get to the main road. So the wargaming club that I'm in at the minute, there's like 4 regulars, including myself. I think there's 9 in total, but some of them play fantasy, some of them don't, so it depends on what's being played, whether or not they're going to come. But basically, some of them are travelling for 2 or 3 hours to actually get to the club. So if you're working a 9 to 6 shift, you have a 2-hour drive home, and then you have a 2-hour drive to wargaming club. It doesn't really suit. So we're a very small, tight-knit group where wargaming comes in. As a group, we've gone to 1 tournament, and then there's a couple of lads have kind of, like 1 or 2 of them have gone to different tournaments, mainly for War Machine. There's a few of them going up to fancy tournaments, but again, you have to go up to Dublin for that. Or the one we all went to was Belfast, so that it's a bit of a drive away, and you have to stay the night and all that kind of shenanigans. But that's what the wargaming's about. But it kind of gets boring when you're playing the same couple of people all the time. So in my area there is like a severe lack of wargaming. I'm not going to show you the local village because it's like a 15-minute drive away, and that's kind of, I try not to go down there. The village is made up of a shop, a post office, a chemist, a doctor's, and about 12 pubs. So yeah, that gives you an insight into my country village. The main town is about 20 minutes away, and that's a drive again. Like, you can't walk anywhere down here, you have to drive. 90% of the traffic on the roads is tractors. It's just not fun. You can't keep your car clean because, as much as it's not a potato land, it is very mucky and farmland. So we do get very, like, if it rains, which being Ireland, we have 2 seasons, winter and mild winter. Winter is 2 seasons of the year, and that's rain, sleet, snow. Mild winter is rain, and that's Irish weather. But it's quiet. There's not too many social problems. There was a shack like literally 5 minutes drive up the road, and they had like a 1.5 million drug bust in it last year. It's about as exciting as it gets around here. And it was the same then in the local village, drug bust again. But like, that's the most interesting things to happen around here, besides the mart trading cattle. But You know, it's not wargaming figures, so I'm not interested in that. I'll show you outside in a second. I just want to finish this base layer for the bronze. Where I live is quite secluded. There's a main road, but you'd call the main road a country lane, and then off that country lane, main road is a country lane, and that's down where my house is. But like, there's a whole series of houses. It's not just one house, but it's still pretty hard to get to. You know, you're driving in twisty, windy roads where it would have made more sense to just cut through the field and put a straight road. But no, because that's not country logic. Some of the stuff down here is slightly different. Like, come summertime now, I'll get hay fever, which is grand, you know, you deal with that. But the farmers think, you know, oh, it's a hot day, let's spend the day spreading shit. So you are going to sit in your house, windows closed, on a roasting day, because you can't go outside due to the smell of absolute shit. And, you know, the farmers are rolling in this stuff thinking it's Christmas. So my area in the summer is hot. I'd be like caught up with hay fever, and the farmers think there's nothing better to do than, you know, spread the year's collection of shit. So yeah, that's, you know, that's what I have to look forward to this summer. Whereas in Liverpool you can just fuck off to your local games workshop. I can't, and it's very upsetting. I don't mind living in the country because it's cold, but like, there's a serious amount of disadvantages. Like living in an estate, you know, you have kids running around, you have parties and stuff, but you can kind of deal with that. You're in the country, it's just, there's a film and I always reference when I'm talking about my area. It's American Werewolf in London, and the two boys go into the, I think it's the Slaughtered Lamb is the title of the pub, and the countryman says, "Don't go out in the moors." Well, that is exactly how my local area is. There is nothing in it. You know, there's jeeps driving up and down all the time. I think it's in the summer we actually get the fox season, or like before winter, so like at the end of summer. And you know, you could walk out your back door and there's a herd of about 90 dogs just running chasing a fox, followed by men on quads and jeeps with shotguns and rifles, and they're just like ploughing through the back of your garden, and you're trying to go out and prime miniatures. It almost puts you off priming, almost. So like, it's very rural down here. There's one pub that seems to be a hot and happening place, but again, that's like, you know, from my house it's about 15 minutes away down country lanes, and there's absolutely no parking outside it. But, you know, say you could fit 100 people in it, Sunday evening you're going to have 500 in. That's how busy this place is. It's the place to go. The only reason I'm talking about the pub is because I'm Irish. Don't mind the mess in my room, and don't mind the mess of the garden. So you can see out there, I am surrounded. There's the Bouncy Castle. We had a party here not too long ago because we're Irish and we always have parties. Yeah, that's all that surrounds my area. It's just them trees, and obviously my garage, the neighbour's garage, and trees. So if I was to drive to work now, all I would see is basically trees. A gap in the trees in a house, and more trees. Just want to show you that tarmac there, just to prove that I don't live on a potato farm. And there's no vegetable patch on my house, just so you know. So I'm a very secluded wargamer surrounded by trees in the middle of the country that has no way of getting to a wargaming shop. And Martin, this will be my entry for your video. So I just thought I'd talk a bit about my area, throw in a few curse words because I don't normally do that, and it's seriously annoying how secluded it is down here. The only, well, if there is communities down here, like, you know, if you're into football and Gaelic football, there's a great community. If you're into anything else, you're fucked. So that's going to be my community. Where I live, even my community is me, myself and I for wargaming. And I think I'll leave it there for now. So this is my entry, Martin. Hope you're fascinated by how isolated I am and how withdrawn I am from society, because it seriously annoys me. And yeah, cheers for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.